In this video, we are going to study different forms of power. What are these forms of power? These are some leadership skills which you practice, which you exert so as to get work done, so as to get things done. So, the first form of power is positional power. Like if you are on some senior position, then you have power to assign work to your subordinates and to get things done by them, to get work done by them. And you very well hold them responsible if they are not able to complete that work. So, this is positional power. The next form of power is informational power. For example, if you have some information and if others are lacking that information, that means you are carrying some power with you and you will be able to share that information with others so as to benefit others and so as to benefit your project. The third form of power is referent power. If you are some personality who is quite famous in your work environment, in your industry, and if people perceive you, then they will refer you for some or the other stuff that they do in their project. For example, if you are well versed in one of the technical skills, like if you are very much good at, say, schedule management or managing schedule of your project, then there is a possibility that the people from other projects will refer you. That means you are carrying a referent power. The next form of power is situational power. If you are leading a team and if you are one of the junior member from your team, if he is well versed in one of the aspect of your project which might be related to some tool skills, and if there is any problem in your project and if that person is making some decision with regard to that tool, then you might provide or you might permit that person to do that. That means, as per the situation, if you are landing up in a situation where there is a problem going on in your project and if you need urgent solution for that, and if one of your junior member is able to provide that, then you will permit him to go ahead and solve that problem. So that is situational form of power. The next form of power is personal or charismatic. Like if you carry some charismatic or some attractive power and if you create certain kind of vibes in your environment and if you are able to attract people due to your talent, due to your skills, and due to the way you carry yourself as a leader, then you are carrying a charismatic power. The next form of power is relational or networking. For example, if you are in some social network, maybe you might be in some social networking group, and if you are showcasing your talent or your skills and your capability or your abilities in the group by posting some or the other informational valuable videos or blogs or posts, then there is a possibility that you carry some relational power and people will try to connect with you for their problems and they will try to approach you. So in that case you are carrying a relational form of power. The next form of power is expert power. For example, if you are an educator or if you are a trainer or a coach in some area, maybe in some technical area or maybe on some tool or maybe on project management, we can say. So that means you are carrying an expert power. People will try to approach you for that skill or to develop that kind of skill or to increase their knowledge on in that area. The next form of power is reward oriented. if you are performing really excellent, if you are delivering an excellent performance within your organization's capacity, and if you are able to prove that, and if you are able to uh, deliver things on time, and if you are able to satisfy your customer, then there is a possibility that your organization will reward you. So that means you are carrying a reward oriented power. The next form of power is punitive or coercive. Coercive is like you are pressurizing, or you might be creating some negative energy. It actually happens with all. Like if you are under pressure and if you have to deliver something in your project, and if you are getting stuck due to some critical issue going on in your project, then there is a possibility that you might show some anger on your team, on your subordinates. You will pressurize them and you will try to get things done as soon as possible by exerting some negative energy. So that is punitive or coercive form of power. The next form of power is ingratiating or flattery. For example, many a times people might show some flattery behavior on others for their benefit. It happens in real life also, not only in project life. So that kind of power is ingratiating. The next form of power is pressure based. For example, you will be holding your team responsible if certain deliverable is not getting delivered to the customer on time, and you are throwing that pressure on them. That is pressure based. The next form of power is guilt based. Guilt based is you will have, or you will be holding somebody else as guilty of not delivering some value to a stakeholder. So that is guilt based. The next form of power is persuasive. Like you are very much convincing and approachable. This is one of the very good quality of a leader, persuasive. The next form of power is avoiding. Many a times it happens in organization environment that if your skills or your contribution is not recognized, you will try to remain absent for some important event to show how important you are. And that will make your seniors, your stakeholders feel that your absence is impacting the work at a substantial level. So that is avoiding. Like that is also a form of power which a leader exerts or carries so as to get the project work done, or so as to lead the project team effectively. So these are the different forms of power which you need to understand, and which you need to practice so as to lead your team in an effective manner.